Welcome back to our Making the Grade special. We're showing you what it's like to be a first-year teacher. And we already met some of the students. Now it is time to meet the parents and parent-teacher night.
We're doing parent-teacher conferences tonight.
It's the second and last parent-teacher conference of the school year.
I've got nothing to hide from these parents. I feel like I'm doing the best job I can.
We're now 45 minutes in and still no parents, which means waiting and waiting.
What are you guys looking for?
And waiting.
The kids in this class, it's a small
Finally,
class.
the first parent shows up, and it's good news, she hears.
By the time I add in the other 3 assignments that are in this pile right here, I expect he's going to be at an A. Good grade conversations are short.
So what about not so good grade conversations? Well, we're about to find out.
Hello, Mr. Wendy.
This time, the student shows up with her mother and sister to hear firsthand how she's doing.
So, Jalissa, how do you think biology class is going? Or what do you expect I'm going to tell your mother right now?
Turns out, Jalissa has a few bad habits.
Here's another assignment where Jalissa didn't hand it in. Her cell phone's an issue. Lately, she's just, every time I look at her, texting away. Jalissa, put that phone away. Or, she'll put it away, and then 2 seconds later, she's back at texting again.
I just told the teacher just take it from her.
And she's a bright girl, she's just distracted. So her mom told me, don't even hesitate, take it away. She just needs to come up, make up the work, and be more consistent with her performance in school.
I'm trying.
I guess if I give a bad report, that's the only thing I'm really afraid of, is that they're gonna come after me and blame me. Thank you for coming in, I appreciate it. All right.
I want to know everything, what they do in school, what they don't do in school. So I want to know if they're doing good or bad.
As the night unfolds, it's in the hallway where the teachers catch up in between meetings and the students showing off their school, from the direction guys to the oh-so-popular food cart that, now that I think about it, made stops frequently at Mr. Wendy's room.
Would you like any coffee?
The personality and the pride that some of these kids bring to school is pretty incredible.
The last parents meet with Mr. Wendy, and although it's the end of the day, it's still not over for this first-year teach.
I'm here at 9 o'clock and I still have things on my mind that I wish I had more time to get done, but I'm tired.
When students are struggling, there are options available to them. In fact, there's one program here that's already making a difference.
Albert asked first, and then I'm going back to you.
It's the end to the school day for our first-year teacher, Mr. Darrell Wendy.
Okay, also your papers from today. Hand those to me on your way out. Put your chairs up.
As papers are gathered from today's assignment and students head out,
Maybe say 250 words, has to be summarizing it.
others are making a point to stop by and check in with our biology teacher at McCaskey High.
This is due tomorrow.
Some are picking up missed homework, others check grades, and this student realized just how much she needs to make up in order to pass his class.
Do not paper 1. Do not paper 2. Do not paper 3. Do not paper 4. Do not paper 5. 6 do not papers you never handed in.
The goal isn't to have students fail. That's why every Wednesday after the last student leaves, Mr. Wendy grabs his belongings, turns out the classroom lights, and makes the trek down the hall to a place students flock to almost every day.
We provide a free after-school tutoring program for all our kids. Hey, mister.
Oscar Moreno, an 11th grader, is in need of Mr. Wendy's help.
You need to figure out what a bacteriophage is. Well, Oscar, he's in my class. He's in my second period class. Really good kid, tries real hard. You know what that means, insertion? Insertion? His primary language is Spanish, so things come a little bit harder to him just because of the language barrier.
What do you think of Mr. Wendy?
It's good, teacher.
Where's the y-intercept for this line?
Not too far from Oscar, another student flags down Mr. Wendy.
Mr. Wendy was helping me with solving systems of inequalities.
We help anyone out. I tend to help out more with math and science because I'm better at that. I think we did it correctly.
All right.
You with me?
Yep.
All right, cool. You guys need help with anything else?
Nope.
All right. Does anything in that sentence remind you of that first sentence that I have there?
Helping students is what this teacher enjoys, but there are times patience is tested and frustration sets in.
I like my job. I mean, it's hard. Sometimes it feels a little thankless. My whole point of being here is to give these kids an education so that they can have something better for themselves someday. And some of them resent me so much for it.
But that feeling tends to subside when you hear from kids like Wayne Schaefer, who has this to say to teachers like Mr. Wendy helping out on tutor night.
I think it's a blessing for the teachers to take their time off from their families and come help us.
The students who attend that tutoring program regularly have a higher GPA than the average here on campus. So that program is definitely working. Well, still to come, we'll check back in with Mr. Darrell Wendy as he recaps his year.
That illustrates what happens under different osmotic conditions.